All right, we're going to get into this game here between the Forgotten Legends and the Pub Stompers. This is a highly contested match between the two. The Forgotten Legends trying to get a win after getting some recent losses. And the Pub Stompers trying to pub stomp on the Forgotten Legends. Going to be in the top lane for Forgotten Legends is Kled, Zach in the jungle, Orianna in mid lane, Zaya at ADC, Bard at support. For Pub Stompers, you have Malphite in the top lane, Lee Sin in the jungle, Zed in the mid lane, Ezreal at ADC, and Zyra in support. Both teams looking again to get a win. You have Pub Stompers on the red side, the Forgotten Legends on the blue side. When it comes to the Pub Stompers, they have a fairly big and cohesive unit when it comes to their team's fighting potential. You have a lot of opportunities for blowing up the team and getting a lot of chained CC. Bard stepping up forward. He's actually going to get collapsed in the jungle. And in the river, first blood goes over to the Pub Stompers not even a minute into the game. Wow, that was huge. Just taking a look back at that real quick. You can see that Bard just didn't realize that Lee Sin was waiting in the brush here, and he thought he could catch a quick attack onto Zyra, and boom, team collapses on him, makes quick work of his health, and Malstat getting the early kill. Well, starting off here, we'll go bring it up to speed a little bit, move it up into the early stages of this game. Pretty standard. No one is going at any more of the junglers, I should say. The early game in mid lane is going to be easy for Orianna, with her ball having ability to keep Zed at bay, as Zed has to walk up and melee the minions while Orianna can attack them at a distance. And you can see it is already having an impact on Zed, where he has had to pop his health potion and is at half health already in that mid lane. This could be an easy kill later on for Orianna, as she's able to just whittle his health down. In the top lane, Kled making work of Malphite and getting that early CS lead. His quick attacks of his E is allowing him to make quick work, of those minions. Already having an early CS lead against Malphite. In this early stages, these CS leads are not too dangerous because of the fact that, and they're here actually going to stop that for a second because there is an engage in the bot lane. And it looks like they are going to finally break off. There was a stun led by Malphite, and actually we got an engage in the mid lane. Zed going in on Orianna, getting low health, and there's a flash from Orianna and a flash from Zed getting out. Both mid laners now no longer have flash, still holding on to those ignites, and Zed has to return to base. That's going to make a bigger CS lead for Orianna in that mid lane. Taking an early advantage and dealing some damage to Lee Sin, who's trying to cover the lane. Not let all of the CS go. Not let Orianna push into the tower. But already 16 to 6 CS lead in the mid lane. Zed falling behind. And in the top lane, it's also a 10 CS lead for Kled. Now expanding out to 12 with a 17-5 lead in the top lane for Kled. This match is been fairly back and forth in the early stages of trading damages between the two sides. In the bot lane, a lot of that trading of damage has gone the way of the Pub Stompers. And there it is again, dropping Xayah to 1/3 of her health bar. The long range of Zyra's plants as well as the low mana. And actually, she's going to get caught by the snare, pushing in under the turret. But there is the root coming back out by Xayah to get Ezreal, but he is going to escape. And Xayah is also going to escape with her life. Oh, she actually gets hit by the Q there, and there's a stun from Zyra, but Bard does not follow up on that stun. Looking at that CS again in the top lane. Look at that, 27-9 already at the 5-minute mark. There's a flash coming out of Bard. Double the damage onto Ezreal. There's the ignite. There's a flash forward from Zyra. Falling to Zyra. And Bard gets the kill on Ezreal because of that ignite. The assist going over to Xayah. And there's some damage being traded up in the top lane. Both guys are not at level 6 yet. And with Malphite's tankiness, he's going to be able to step away. No harm, no foul. But the harm is being done in his CS game because 33-12 right now for Kled, and continuing to build on that. He's going to be able to buy some items and return to that top lane to continue to cause mayhem. Orianna getting that CS lead in the mid lane, 26-16, and continuing to grow. So far, not a whole lot of action coming out of the junglers as in the early stages. No early quickly. So there's Lee Sin as I speak, missing the Q though. Does not get to follow up on Orianna in the mid lane. Movie Man on Bard, clearing out that ward, trying to allow for Zac to maybe get a gank down in the bot lane. So far in the bot lane, the nice thing for the Forgotten Legends is in that death. The death also, and actually we will stop that for a second because there goes the trade, and Zyra gets the kill on Xayah. That snare, and then all of a sudden here comes Zac in the back line, getting the kill on Ezreal, and he gets rooted. Can he follow up? That damage is dealing out hard onto Zac, and there's the stun coming out of Bard, flash out of Zyra. She is going to be able to escape with her life, and there's the actually damage with the ult, and the ignite in the mid lane. Down goes Zed. Here comes Lee Sin trying to follow up, but he does not have his ult, and he is getting damaged by Orianna in the mid lane. Going to a third health. Orianna at full health with some mana could end up being at a great spot. But Lee Sin is going to have to back. And now returning to the mid lane will be Zed. With that early kill, that is a huge lead for Orianna. 44 CS to 18 with a kill. Zed only having an assist, so the gold lead goes up for him. Kled trading some damage with Malphite in the top lane. Goes under tower, but is not able to continue to follow that up. But he does drop Malphite down to that quarter health. Or excuse me, half health in the top lane. CS continuing to grow for him. Right now, overall gold is separated by about 500 gold across the map. That is obviously not a lot, but in the early stages, all the gold can be very impactful for each team with their item build. Zed trying to trade some damage in the mid lane. He is able to proc the lightning strike there. And there we go in the bot lane, looking at the trading of the two. Now, so far, there has been a lot of trades going the way of the Pub Stompers in the bot lane. And here goes some more trade. She gets caught with the snare, but Ezreal is not level 6, so he's not going to be able to follow up. That's going to drop Xayah down to a quarter health. She will be able to walk away. In the mid lane, Lee Sin making a stop there. Let's go back and look at that mid lane pressure. And there you go. Ult goes in from Zed. Going on to Orianna. Misses the Q from Lee Sin. And the ult drops both away as they have to run and tuck their tails. A good sidestep by Orianna allows Kairu to get out of that Q, which could have been instant death with the execution. But here goes Zyra stepping up and gets a snare onto Zyra. And she is ults away, but steps forward into Ezreal, landing the easy Q. Death goes over to Xayah, and the kill onto Ezreal, making his score 1, 2, and 3. Xayah falling now to 0, 3, and 2. This is not looking good for her, as this game is only at 9 minutes and already 3 deaths, all of them basically on Xayah with 1 on Bard in the moving man. But then here goes Zac with the ult in and getting Xayah pulled underneath the tower. Zyra dropping to Zac, and that is a retaliation kill on the side of the Forgotten Legends. And they're going to go in, but he misses the Q against Ezreal. Ezreal is able to escape. They cannot continue the pressure. Trying to capitalize on that opportunity in the bot lane and was unable to make it happen. But in the top lane, Kled continuing to farm up, now at 35 gold lead, 35 CS lead, excuse me, over Malphite in the top lane. Looking at the gold advantages, you can see already an 8,000 roughly gold lead over Malphite in top. Gold leads across the map, except in the bot lane, where that gold lead is continuing to grow for Ezreal, sitting at 3,500 gold. And here we go. We got a gank looking like it's going to be set up in the bot lane. There's Zac jumping in, pulling Zyra back into them. And there's the death going over to Xayah. And all of a sudden in the mid lane, there's an early ult, but he does not get it because Zed was still in his ult. And Orianna falls to Zed in the bot lane, so retaliation kill. And there's a flash, but he misses the Q. Damage getting dealt to Ezreal, but he is unable to secure that kill. Bottom side having to walk away. A great, and all of a sudden, wait, here we go. They're going into the bot lane. Xayah getting the damage done, but the kill's going to go over to Bard. With the chimes, or in this skin, the penguins, dealing the extra damage to give the kill over to Bard. Now, when it comes to the ADCs, that score, all of a sudden, wait, Zyra stays there. And Zyra is able to take out Xayah for not leaving. Actually gets walks essentially right into Zyra's face. She lands the snare, ults, and bye-bye Xayah. We look at the top lane, but this is not going to be much of a trade because that armor from Malphite and his passive just is not easy to shake and shred for Kled. In the mid lane, Orianna getting that 72 to 50 gold lead over Zed, but the kills now have evened out. And when you look at the gold, they are now only separated by roughly 200 gold, and that is not a whole lot, not even an item that separates these two. The lead by Orianna has started to dissipate with the jungle pressure coming out of Lee Sin. The biggest gold lead difference has to again continue to be with... Oh, and there's actually a fight going on in the bot lane. Xayah lands the ult onto Ezreal and kills him. And then there's a fight breaking out in the mid lane. Lee Sin right there lands the Q onto Orianna. She tries to ult, but Zed ults to get out of that. And down goes Orianna. And then here all of a sudden an ult landing on to Zyra from Bard. Trading going on, and they gonna trade kills. Eye for an eye in the bot lane. Xayah falling to Zyra. Zyra now at 5, 3, and 2. Continuing to build her lead in the bot lane, and she is building AP, it looks like. Currently sitting at 4,600 gold. Here Bard comes in for the gank in the mid lane, but unable to land his Q. Lee Sin lands a Q of his own. Is he going to go in? No, he is not. The low health of Zed is not going to discourage him from trying to follow up and get that kill. But going back and looking at the gold, Zyra continues to have a high gold lead, sitting at 4,700 gold. That is almost 1,000 over Bard, but is higher than the ADC of the Forgotten Legends. And with her building AP, those kills, can continue to grow her gold lead in the bot lane. CS leads continue to be seen in the top and mid lane, but in the bot lane and jungle, they are on the sides of Pub Stompers. And actually, there's going to be an engage in the bot lane, and there's the snare coming out of Zyra, and she goes down. Xayah getting killed by Ezreal with the ult snipe. There's the kill in the jungle, going over to Orianna, and now the collapse is going on. Or is Zed going to follow up? No, the ult coming out of Orianna gets Zyra. Is she going to be able to get the kill? No, she is escaping. Can Orianna follow up? The blobs are popped for Zac. She tries to follow up on Orianna. Pops her hourglass, but falls to Zed. Damage going down now onto Zed, and onto Zac. Zed gets the ult and kills Zac there. Bard taking his magical journey to no man's land. Is he going to be able to escape, or is Zed going to follow up? No, it looks like Zed is going to let Bard escape. Malphite continuing to push in the top lane. While he does have the disadvantage in CS, he is continuing lane pressure, which has allowed him to do much more damage to the turret, compared to the side of Kled. Bard falling to very low health in mid lane. Zed clearing up minions. Could he end up going underneath the tower? No, it looks like he is going to end up having to back out after taking a turret shot and dropping his own health to about half. We got a 2-on-1 in the bot lane. Xayah continuing to return to the bot lane, but right there to answer is Zyra and Ezreal. Zac on the bottom side. Could they end up collapsing on this bot lane? Lee Sin looks like he's going to be trying to make a play in the mid lane, walking around, and there they go, start to push in. Are they going to be able to collapse on them? Orianna trying to make her way out. She does not have an ability there. She ults onto Zed, trying to get out. Zed able to escape, and ult comes out against Orianna. Now looking at the bot lane, Zac starts to show his face. Are they going to end up collapsing on this? It looks like they're going to have to step away, as there was a ward in that bottom river bush, and that revealed Zac unable to get a gank off. Bard steps in and clears that ward out, trying to clear the vision to allow a return gank possibly for Zac, as Zac moves into the mid lane to try and stop any push from Zed or Lee Sin. And then all of a sudden, here we go. There's a attack going down to the bot lane. Down goes Zyra with the burst of damage from Xayah with her ult. Ezreal misses the ultimate. There's a flash coming out of Bard. He flashes in return, but Xayah picks up both kills. Now attacking the top lane with Lee Sin going on to Kled. He goes on. There's a ult coming out from Malphite. Flash out of Kled. Is he going to be able to escape? It looks like he will. Despite the minions pushing into the tower, they do not want to do the follow-up. And there goes the Q coming out of Lee Sin. He dives under tower, and all of a sudden he gets the bird, and that's going to allow him to kill Malphite. Lee Sin trades right into the minion lane. Will fall. Neither one looks like it. Is he going to be able to escape? No, he will not be able to follow up. Lee Sin escapes. Actually, here comes Zac coming around on the backside, and there goes into Lee Sin. Misses the Q, and Pilot on that Kled gets a double kill in the top lane. That gold lead continues to grow for Kled with the 2 kills and the nearly 70 gold advantage in the top, CS advantage in the top. He currently sits nearly 2,000 gold over Malphite. Things are continuing to go south for him, but the one thing that's going to help Malphite out is the fact that with his tankiness passive and building any kind of armor, he can stay in this game and be a hard person to kill. There's the ult coming out of Orianna in the mid lane. Ult from Zed onto Orianna, but the ignite plus all of the damage coming out of Orianna, and she gets the kill in the mid lane. The 1v1 going on the side of Orianna. Scores currently sitting at 3 and 4 for Orianna, 4, 2 and 2 for Zed. Zyra getting the snare onto Xayah, but does not follow up. However, in the top lane, it looks like Malphite may get that tower. Zac trying to come in to stop that, and he is able to push Malphite back out as Kled returns. Are they going to follow up? It looks like they are going to let Malphite step away. Let's look down here at the bot lane. There's some damage being dealt out, and she gets snared by Xayah. And there's the ult. Oh, just barely misses. That was a nice step to the side. Who knows if that was planned or not, but it ended up working out. Xayah is going to be able to escape with her life. And it looks like on the side of the Pub Stompers, they are going to get that bottom tier tower. And they will take it. Yes, it will fall to the side of the Pub Stompers, getting the first tower of the game. Here comes a gank in the bottom lane. And oh, Zyra with the snare and ult right away kills Movie Man as soon as he ends that journey. His journey was not very nice. And there goes Zac in, trying to pull Ezreal back, but Orianna had already backed out enough, and he still, oh no, he doesn't get the kill. He does not get the kill, even with that such sliver of health. Will they get the kill? The ignite goes on, and Orianna gets the snipe with the ball. Says heads up, playing dodgeball in the bot lane, and still gets the kill. Falling on the side of the Forgotten Legends. Damage going out in the top lane. Here comes Zac and Zed, and they get Zac down. No passive for Zac. Blobs are not popped. Zed pops his ult. Down goes Zac. Kills starting to build up on the side for Zed. 4, 2, and 3. Lee Sin sitting at 3, 2, and 2. But Xayah has started to climb back into this game. Looking at her score, 5, 6, and 3 with Ezreal 3, 7, and 4. Gold lead closing to about 50 gold on the side of Ezreal. And tower going to fall in the top lane. That gold lead spreading out across the map. 3 towers, excuse me, over on the side of Pub Stompers. And ult going on to Zed in the mid lane. Is he going to be able to escape? He is. They were not able to snare him before he could shadow dance out of the way. He is able to escape, and it doesn't look like any follow-up damage is going to come out of the side of the Forgotten Legends and killing Zed. But again, speaking back on Xayah, she started off 0-4 and now has been able to get 5 kills in the most recent 2 deaths. She's continuing to push up on that bottom tower. Will she get that tower to fall? She does. And now there's some trading of damages in the top lane against Malphite and Kled. He is going to go under tower, take a tower shot, but he able to walk out. So is Malphite with nearly full health intact. Again, that armor just is not going to allow Kled to be able to shred him and keep him out of this game. Ping on the middle tower by Zed, telling them they got to defend that tower, but it looks like they are going to be able to make it fall on the side of the Forgotten Legends. That's 2 towers now down on their side, 2-3 overall, and gold about 600 separated. Now the Forgotten Legends are starting to move up on the top side. Kled looks like he might try to do something, and ult goes on the tower, so they're going to tower dive on a Malphite, and there is a 4-man party in the top lane. Down goes Malphite. Are they going to be able to get this tower? Zed and Lee Sin come to the top lane, and there is a 2-man ult, and all of a sudden the Zyra ult just shreds the health bars of the Forgotten Legends, and this fight turns south for them, and down goes the Forgotten Legends over on the top lane, and it is Pub Stompers coming out on top. They answer back Malphite's death, and now they're going to get push of their own going in the top lane. The tower looks so inviting with its low health. They thought they could get the damage and then get that tower, but they are not going to be able to do it. But Xayah is able to secure the Drake. However, On the side of the Pub Stompers, it looks like they are going to be getting that Tier 2 tower with the Lee Sin and Zyra push. And shortly it will fall, and there it goes. 4 towers to 2. Pub Stompers in the lead with a 4,000 gold lead, and damage being done in the mid lane as well. And there is trapped in the ult is Zed, and right there gets stunned in the wall. Down goes Zed. Orianna getting that kill. Can they follow up? They're trying to chase this Ezreal down. He's dealing out Qs as much as he can. They are going to slip away. Lee Sin rolling around from the backside. Zyra gets the snare onto 2 people. Ultimate coming out of Malphite. And there's a 3-man ult from Orianna in the back. Ezreal so low. Does he get to stay alive? Yes, he will. And both sides unable to secure a kill out of this. However, the side of Pub Stompers, they're not letting this go. They're continuing to follow up. Will they be able to continue getting that follow-up damage? No. Both sides are going to have to walk away, regroup, reset. Such an interesting turn of events. There's an ult coming out from Ezreal. It does not do anything kill-wise on the side of the Forgotten Legends. Wow, this has been a bloodbath so far. We are at 25 minutes, and there are already 39 kills across the map. A 4,000 gold lead roughly for Pub Stompers, and Ghostblade being popped for Zed. He is trying to go after Orianna, goes in on ultim, but he has to flash out as Xayah and Bard are right there to answer and stop any kind of continued push from Zed. Zed is at that time in the game where he's got enough items. He feels like he can get a one-shot kill every time. That could be his downfall as this match moves forward. If the side of the Forgotten Legends is able to be there when the ult is popped, and if enough armor has been built on the side of the Forgotten Legends, Zed could jump into his death every single time. And there's an ult over the side, and that is a 2-man ult. Gets Ezreal down. Orianna with the perfectly timed ult. Team collapses on Zyra. That is 2 down for the Pub Stompers. The Forgotten Legends pushing it on the mid lane. Can they get a Tier 2 tower off of this push? Malphite moving in across the back, and there's an ult from Malphite, and he gets the kill onto Xayah. Zac pulls Malphite back. Are they able to collapse onto Orianna? Orianna is down. There is no follow-up carries for the side of the Forgotten Legends, but that doesn't matter because Pilot is doing so much damage, and he gets the kill there. There's a double kill going over to Movie Man on that Bard, and that's an ace for the side of the Forgotten Legends. 23 kills to 23 kills, and there's a snipe from Ezreal. Not enough damage to kill Pilot. They're going to try to get this tower. Can they get it? Flash coming out of Zyra. She snares Zac. Ult coming out as well. Will Zac fall? It looks like he will. Blobs are popped. The Forgotten Legends are going to have to let Zac go bye-bye. Ezreal getting the kill out of that, moving his score to 4-8-5. However, he still is at a 500 gold disadvantage against that Xayah, as she was able to, again, turn things around, starting out 0-4, now 5-7-6. Towers have evened up 4 apiece. Gold difference, 1,000 in favor of the Pub Stompers. Don't turn away, folks. It seems like this team on both sides are going to fight some more. And there we go. There's a 2-man ult in the mid lane by Orianna. The snare comes out from Zion. She gets the kill on Lee Sin. They're following up on the damage on Zed. He misses the flash. And now 2 dead. Pilot trying to see if he can follow up with Gled on Ezreal, but Ezreal's E is enough distance to get away. Now they're trying to push up, and actually pings go out on the Baron. They're going to turn their attention to Baron. Can they get this and continue to push down and get towers for themselves? Baron falling down in damage-wise. Already at half health. Does not look like the side of Pub Stompers are going to be able to contest this. There comes Malphite, but he is not in time, and then he gets stuck, snared by the Bard, and the team follows up on it, and Malphite is going to die for even trying to look over at the Baron. Minions, however, are not pushing in the favor of the Forgotten Legends, as both top and bottom are pushing it on the side, and the Pub Stompers quickly make work of Zach with his health. He overstepped, thought that he could step forward, but they said, not so fast, four of us, this is our jungle. A 1,000 gold lead has now swung in the favor of the Forgotten Legends, but that is also one less guy with Baron buff, and they're going to try to get Ocean Drake. However, the Forgotten Legends did not realize that Pub Stompers are right here. Ult goes in on to Kled, and bye-bye goes Zed. Health low for the Forgotten Legends. However, they are not able to jump over the wall and get them, and there you go. Lee Sin tried to. The damage from Ezreal did some, but did not kill them. And Orianna knocks Bard back. But Lee Sin, luckily, was not continuing the follow-up. A push into the mid lane. The Raptors taking the Q for Pilot. That's a snare onto Zyra, and down she goes. Her score dropping to 8, 6, and 11. Xayah continuing to turn things around for herself. 9, 7, and 6. After such a poor start, and that gold continuing to climb for her. She is sitting now at actually over a 2,000 gold lead of Ezreal, so items are in her favor. Even gold in the mid lane, basically, and in the jungle, about 1,000 gold lead for Lee Sin. But in that top lane, the biggest one of them all, there is a 3,000 gold lead on the side of Kled. Zach initiating in the mid lane. Ult coming out onto Malphite, but as you can see, again, as I said earlier, the armor from Malphite and his passive just allows him to soak up damage despite the huge gold lead for Kled. Malphite there just trying to soak up damage and continue to be a disruptor with his engaging ult, the unstoppable force. And it looks like a fight is breaking out in the mid lane. Kled trying to get somebody down. Can't do it. Lee Sin jumps into Xayah. Is he going to die for that? Yes, he does. Malphite goes in on Xayah as well. Malphite gets sucked in by ult. And there we go. Zach takes him down. Are they going to be able to continue the follow-up on Zyra and Ezreal? No, it does not look like they will. So much damage coming out on the side of Pub Stompers, but not able to kill Xayah. And it looks like the GA will be popped on Kled. He will not have that for the next 5 minutes. And here comes Zed trying to go in and kill Xayah. He is able to do so, but he also dies in the process. And that is an inhibitor for the Forgotten Legends. Zed saw blood and went all in, not realizing that he was going into uncharted waters. 32.5 minutes into this game, and we are sitting at about a 3,000 gold lead on the side of the Forgotten Legends. Kill score, 31 on the Forgotten Legends, 26 for Pub Stompers. Xayah continuing to be a disruptive factor in that support role, sitting at 8, 6, and 12. Zed 8, 7, and 6, but he is starting to make those plays, as I said before, that could be his downfall. He thinks that he can one-shot every opponent he goes on to, but when the Forgotten Legends are all there as a team, they have enough damage and disruption to keep Zed at bay and kill him quickly. Top lane pushing in favor for the Forgotten Legends as Kled pushes it, but Zed there to answer to keep it off of the second tier tower. And teams starting to try to clear out vision and allow for them to possibly make some plays as this moves forward. And if you see the vision-wise, for the Forgotten Legends, they only have wards in the far side of the jungle, which is not allowing them to have much vision across the map. And on the side of the Pub Stompers, they have no vision in the Forgotten Legends jungle, which is making it dangerous for them to step forward, but it doesn't matter as both teams are not really carrying it. Here goes the ult for Kled, pushing into the mid lane, jumps onto Ezreal right away. He flashes, and that is going to put him behind lines because the Forgotten Legends are not able to get back to Pilot. And there he goes. Down goes Xayah. There goes Kled as well. Now comes Zac and Orianna caught in the middle. Down goes Kairu. Zac is going to be no more as well. Blobs are popped, and they will make quick work of that. And that was a big play for Pub Stompers. And all could be a huge throw on the side of the Forgotten Legends. An ill-advised ult jumps into the back lane. No follow-up able to be done from the Forgotten Legends, and the Pub Stompers make quick work of that play, and that is a tower there. Could the inhibitor tower go down as well? It probably will, as Bard and Movie Man have no chance to stop this 5-man push. They get the inhibitor. Could they continue to go for more? They could. Only 4 seconds remain on the side of Xayah for her to spawn. An ult coming out of Movie Man, trying to stop that tower from going down. Both towers getting significant damage dealt against them, and this could be the end game push. And there actually goes down Zed from the Xayah ult, and they are able to make work of this. And then all of a sudden they're turning it around, and there's a kill right there, and they're going to push into the lane. And Ezreal not able to get out. His E does not take him far enough, and he goes down. That's a 3-man kill. They are able to keep their Nexus alive. Ooh. I need to catch my breath there, guys. Woo! That could have been the end game push. And Xayah gets the quick kill onto Zed, and the rest of the team falls behind them. Are they going to turn around and push until the end for the side of the Forgotten Legends? They're continuing to push Pilot, however, in the top lane, and they decide to give up on that. But it looks like attention could be turned to Baron, and it is. The ping comes out from Orianna onto Baron. Pilot moving his way over there as well. Kled trying to see what they can do. It looks like, damage-wise, they are clearing this out pretty well. Orianna waiting in the bush. Looks like Kled, or Zed, is going to try to make a push for it. He is not able to get there. And the Forgotten Legends get the Baron, and they leave unscathed. Now there's a five men are up on both sides. Mid inhibitor towers are down for both teams again. And it looks like the Forgotten Legends are going for the Mountain Drake. Now this could be helpful when it comes to pushing down the towers. However, again, they have no Nexus towers because they were killed in the last push. Mountain Drake falls for the Forgotten Legends. Now they have the Baron buff, which is going to help their backs and get there to stop this. Baron buff minions going to help push the minions back. Damage being laid out from the Forgotten Legends to keep them at bay, and minions go down. The push has stopped. Ezreal stepping forward. Is that going to be too far forward? Looks like they are going to back. Ezreal backing in the base. Maybe a bait, maybe not. Looks like the team is realizing this could be a bait, and Ezreal is gone. Now it is a 5v4. Are they going to collapse on this? Are they going to try to go for the fight? And no, it looks like Pub Stompers are going to be able to escape on the bottom side of the Forgotten Legends jungle, and the Forgotten Legends are going to push out the mid lane to keep the minions from pushing into their base. Inhibitor has spawned for the Pub Stompers, meaning that the inhibitor minions are going to be on the side of Pub Stompers for a little bit longer, which could continue to create a push into their base. So they have to stop that. Top minions pushing into the second tier tower. Could take it. They're going to push around in the jungle of the Pub Stompers. They're hiding into the red buff bush. 5 men there. Ult being popped on the side of the Forgotten Legends, and they're going to go in for this fight, and they get pushed over to the side, and big damage coming out from Zyra. She is able to kill Bard, But the fight is going on the side of the Forgotten Legends. That's a triple kill for Xayah, and they're going to continue to push. Are they going to be able to follow up and get Lee Sin or Ezreal? Lee Sin goes around and kills Xayah. Now they're going to follow onto him, and he has the GA. It is popped. Is he going to be able to get Orianna? Orianna pushes away, and he lands the Q on Orianna, and down Orianna goes. Lee Sin able to kill all of the carries on the side of the Forgotten Legends, and the minions are pushing into the base. Will the Forgotten Legends try to follow up? No, they're going to turn their attention to the minions and try to clear it out, use the Baron buff as much as they can. And then Lee Sin actually goes in on them, and he is going to fall for that. What a big mistake on the side of for the Pub Stompers, and Lee Sin thinking he could execute them. It looked like he thought he could kill Zac, but was unable to do so. Does not have enough damage because, again, Zac is the tank. And Kled had his GA, so even if he was trying to go kill Kled, he would have died off of it. All have respawned on the side of the Forgotten Legends. We are sitting at 40 minutes with 39 kills on the side of the Forgotten Legends, 33 on Pub Stompers, 8 towers to 5. The Pub Stompers ahead. Gold-wise, though, on the side of the Forgotten Legends. Again, folks, we are at 40 minutes, and there have been 72 kills in this game. Kills have been aplenty. It feels like whoever wins the next team fight will win this game. And it looks like Orianna is setting up, trying to get an ult over the wall. Zac is there as well. There is a ward that spots out Orianna. But Zac is not spotted, and he goes in. Ult comes in, and that is huge. Blaze going down, everybody dying. Ult's coming out. Ult coming out from Malphite. Zed dives into Orianna and goes to the backline trying to kill Xayah, but he falls, and so does Malphite. That is an ace on the side of the Forgotten Legends, and that could just be the game. Death timer sitting at 34 for Ezreal, as he was the first to die. The next closest, Zyra, at 30. Inhibitor tower falling. They're pushing in. They have the Nexus towers in their sights. Can they do it? Demolition coming out on both towers. They're falling so fast, and that is going to be the game. The Forgotten Legends winning at 42 minutes, 44 kills to 33. Oh, what a big play. Let's just go back real quick to that last play and just focus on Orianna. And let's watch this. Let's slow it down. She gets revealed by the ward. Zac jumps over the wall, and then here comes the ball, and that is a 3-man ult that does so much damage. Zyra and Zed falling so quickly, and then they turn their attention with the ult, and all she wrote as this fight just continues to break out. Both teams unable to. Excuse me, the Pub Stompers unable to do any damage back, as basically the chain CC coming out on the side of the Forgotten Legends, and they get the victory. Again, winning at about 42 minutes over the Pub Stompers. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I really appreciate doing these shoutcasting, and I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much.